Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarvavignopasantaye. Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrutavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvamanusanddhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavad Dveshini Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopanisadaihi Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam na vidussura suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha.
Verse 50. Siddhim prapto yatha brahma
Prapto yatha brahma
tathapnoti nibodhame
Tathapnoti nibodhame
Samasenaiva kaunteya
Samasenaiva kaunteya
Nishtha jnanasya ya para
Nishtha jnanasya ya para.
Take the bhashya from Jnanatmanoscha ubhayoho. Locate it. Jnanatmanoscha ubhayoho
Jnanatmanoscha ubhayoho
Nirakaratve
Nirakaratve
Katham tad bhavana nishtha iti.
Katham tad bhavana nishtha iti.
Na Atyanta nirmalatva
Atyanta nirmalatva
Swachatva
Swachatva
Sukshmatvopapattehe Atmanaha
Sukshmatvopapattehe Atmanaha
Buddhescha
Buddhescha
Atma sama nairmalyadipapattehe
Atma sama nairmalyadi upapattehe
Atma chaitanyakara bhasatopapattihi.
Atma chaitanyakara bhasatvopapattehe.
So you have seen how Pura Paksha concludes. What is said? Look, Atma is Nirakara. To gain any knowledge, that Akara Vritti is necessary. Atma has no Nirakara, means that Jnana Vritti which can give the Atma Jnana cannot take place because there is no Atmakara vritti possible. No, Atma is Nirakara. The Jnana vritti, which is supposed to give the knowledge, also can be Nirakara. How can you get the knowledge? When knowledge is not possible, how that bhavana nishtha? How can you repeat that vritti which is not at all possible and get nishtha in that? Therefore, nishtha in Brahmajnana is not possible. That's the final conclusion by the Purvapakshi. For which Siddhanti says, no, sir, you are not correct. It's not so. What does it mean? Because of the reasons that you have given, you have concluded that Brahmajnana Nishtha is not possible. That is not correct, because Brahmajnana Nishtha is possible. How? Because I will tell you the nature of Atma. When you say Akara Vritti, don't think that Akara means only in terms of Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, the 5 stimuli. No. So, it means the nature. The nature of Atma is very clear. And if you argue, that's true, I accept that nature. But my dear sir, it has no Akara. Again, with a form, concrete form. What if we say concrete form? A perceptible form. This is not in Atma exit. Therefore, vritti is not possible. No. This buddhi, this antakarana, is made up of such stuffs. It is constituted of such material wherein it can assume the nature of Atma, or it can conform with the nature of Atma. In simple words, buddhi antakarana can appear just like Atma. Just as you see your face in the mirror, it's exactly like your face or not. If distortion is there, what will happen? What it means? The mirror is either concave or convex. It's not a plane mirror. Or if the reflection is dull, what does it mean? Dust has accumulated on the surface. Remove the dust. Take a plane mirror. It should exhibit, it should display your face as it is. Likewise, the antakarana, which is properly prepared, not the present antakarana. It is the present antakarana mind only has distorted your swarupa and presented you as a samsari jiva. Same mind. But when it is properly tuned, when it is properly prepared, that same antakarana can display, it has the capacity. It has the capacity to display, to exhibit Atma Swarupa, the nature of Atma, exactly as it is. How? That is the constitution of the mind. Who did it? Ishvara has done that. Ishvara knows. If this is not there, next to impossible to gain the Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, the Jiva is what? Stuck up in samsara once forever. Once upon a time, he was a Brahma. Now, poor samsari Jiva can't return at all. No. This is what it is. So, even the Jiva-hood, while undergoing the so-called samsara, is also an appearance. Even in the state of samsara, when you are screaming, "Ayyo, this samsara is too much, I can't tolerate," at that time also, Chaitanya Atma smiles. Why? See how I dramatize myself. Me always being Paramananda Sarupa, how I play the drama of what? Being a Jiva. Of course, it is a costly drama, okay? Because you get the blows there. So, but even at that stage, Chaitanya Atma is as it is. Do you know why? You are all so-called, even the calamitous experiences in life are presented to you through the thought channels. Antakarana vritti. Come on, challenge. Show even a single experience of samsara or anything you can get without these thoughts. No. Even when these thoughts are not there, the Chaitanya Atma who is Anubhava Swarupa, who is Nyapti Swarupa, who is self-knowing principle, who is self-experience, that continues. But it is not a specific experience. Specific experience of Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, what, sorrows, etc. Not such a one. It's the basic experience, it's the basic knowledge, because of which all knowledge, all experiences are possible. See, other day I told you, according to Vedanta, knowledge means Atma only. But Atma has no connection, it means Chidabhasa. But Antakarana vrittis present you the specific features of the experience. Therefore, Vedanta, for practical purpose, considers Antakarana vritti as jnana. So therefore, when you say jnana, invariably you have to add vritti, thought. Jnana vritti, jnata jnana jneya, jnata jnana vritti jneya. So, therefore, this vritti, so what is the vritti? Vritti which is totally in accordance with the Atma. What is the nature of Atma now told? Atyanta nirmala, atyanta swachha, atyanta suksha. So what it means? Total purity means what? Atma Chaitanya, by its nature, is totally free from all upadhis, embodiments attributed to it, superimposed on it. No upadhi, no such conditionings belong to Atma. For example, in space, so many clouds are there. Are these clouds intrinsic feature of space? They come and go. They're passing away. Likewise, the so-called samsaric jiva, the so-called jagat, comes and goes, it passes away. How? Open any Upanishad like Aitareya, etc. Before creation, what is that? Idam agre. Agre prak, jagataha prak. Idam, jagat, what? Atma eva asit. Sadeva asit. This jagat, before creation, was Atma only. Sat only, means mere Chaitanya and Chaitanya Tattva alone this one. Shruti says. After dissolution, Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone remains. Shruti says. In between, Jagat appears to be there until the Pralaya. Now tell me, who comes and who goes? And whoever remains? Chaitanya was there and shall ever be there after destruction Pralaya. In between also Chaitanya is there. How do you say? How do you say between the Utpatti of Jagat, birth of Jagat, and destruction Jagat, Chaitanya is there? Without Chaitanya, nothing can take place, nothing can function. That's why I say, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma Tajjalan. Tajja, Talla, Tadana. What does it mean? Everything is Brahma. There's nothing other than Brahma. Any blessed thing you spell out, good, bad, indifferent. So dharmic, adharmic, whatever it may be, Brahma. Means without Chaitanya, nothing can exist, sir. So therefore, tajja tasmat brahmanaha jatam. The Jagat is born from that Brahma, Tajjam. Tallam, tasmin brahmani liyate. It gets merged back after dissolution that Brahma. Tadanam, tasmin brahmani aniti praniti cheshtate. Meaning is the one, nothing, not three. In that Brahma, the Jagat is what? Aniti. You don't know what is aniti. Praniti. You don't know what is praniti. Meaning is cheshtate, functions. Does things. Yes or no? So you interact with the world. So many things you do. And you think that because of me everything is going on. Until you get disillusioned. You know, everyone thinks, I'm so important. Without nothing happens. Acha. You know, that demonstration given. Ask him to bring a bucket of water, full of water. And then stir it. See, water is because of it. My dear sir, take our hand up. Water doesn't go anywhere. It is there. It is independent of you. You thought you could do all these things. Like that you say. Nobody is indispensable in the world. Everything takes place on his own. Ishvara's laws are there. So, but we think that way. So, whatever you do, what is whatever you do? For you to live, whatever all things are necessary. Physical body is necessary. Fine. Then, what is necessary? Mind is necessary. Buddhi is necessary. And then, you have to interact with the world. For which you have got Jnanendriya, sense organ. You have to do so many things in the world. You have been provided karmendriyas. With that you perceive, you do. And all thoughts, etc. Have you noticed all these things to take place, what is necessary? Just like innumerable electrical gadgets giving rise to innumerable effects. One principle is indispensable. The principle? Electricity. Gadgets I'm talking. Electricity. So, for innumerable electrical gadgets, one principle, what is that? Electricity. Like that, the functions of Jnanendriyas, functions of Karmendriyas, the functions of vital as pranas, the function of ahankara, for all these, all function in the world. Sun illumines, crop grows, everything, what is necessary? Chaitanya is indispensable. So therefore, the very basis of entire Jagat and its function is a Chaitanya. You remove the Chaitanya, therefore they say, Jagadandham prasajjeta. Stupor will be there in the entire thing. Nothing is known. You can't say Jagat is not there, because Jagat is not, you have to be aware of Jagat. So therefore, the very center of entire Jagat is what is. So during the creation also, Tasmin Brahmani Aniti Praniti Cheshtate. So when Chaitanya is not there, all along is there. But Jagat comes and goes. And when you say Jagat comes and goes, you as an individual jiva, wielding the body also comes and goes. Is it not? Now who is first and last? Chaitanya. There is a truth. In Mandukya Karikas, Gaudapadacharya says, a famous, most of you have been knowing, Adavante cha yannasti vartamane pi tattatha. A famous karika it is. Adavante cha yannasti. Yat, whatever that is, adav nasti. Before its birth, it is not there. Ante, after its destruction, and it is not there. If it that so, vartamane api tat tatha. Even during its period of existence, even though it appears to be there, my dears, are really not there. Swapnavat, like your dream. Your dream, do you experience or not? Yes. But before dream started, was it there? No. After end, is it there? No. In between there. After waking up, what do you say? You are a big jnani. What jnani? I am totally free from dream world. I am totally from the dream entity, is it not? But to you, the dreamer, in the dream, a dream guru came, and in the dream, you are what? Screaming, samsari, yo. Arey, you are not this samsari. You are a waker. You have nothing to do with the dream. Will the dreamer accept? Will they accept? What nonsense is he talking? How is it possible? I am suffering, I am getting left and right blows here, and he says nothing is there. Like that, in the waking, a guru comes and tells, my dear, you are Sachidananda Brahma. There is no samsara. How do you take it? Because we are so much identified, we know not the reality. And our mind is so engrossed here, unless special effort is there to decode, undo what wrong things we have done for ourselves from the immemorial past lives. So that is why it has to begin with inquiry. Vedanta doesn't tell you accept it, but it pleads, please inquire and discover for yourself. Our Shastra you have seen, what? Even Bhagavad Gita teaching. What Shraddha Arjuna has got in Krishna, do you know that? And he said, if Krishna had told, Arjuna, don't bother. This is the truth, you do this. Arjuna would have done. But Krishna is teaching with giving full freedom him to ask the question, dialogue. Do you know the Shraddha that Arjuna had in Krishna? See, before Mahabharata war, one day evening, both of them went an evening stroll. Krishna was there, Arjuna was, nobody else was there. Arey Arjuna, see, peacock. Yes. Arjuna said, yes, a peacock. Arey Arjuna, it is not a peacock, it is a pigeon. Yes, it is pigeon. Afterwards, Arey Arjuna, it is a crow. Yes, it is a crow. Krishna blasted. Are you mad? I am telling what? Peacock, you say yes. I am telling that pigeon, you say yes. I am telling what? It is a crow, yes. Krishna, I know you. If you say peacock, if I don't say, you will make it one. You will make it one. If you point out crow, if I don't say it is not crow, you will make it a crow. That much Shraddha, who Arjuna had in Krishna, for him, Arjuna, 0 hour of the battle. Don't bother all this, there is no time for this. I'm telling you, everything is okay. Come on, you fight. No, this is not a thing to be thrusted, the thing to be discovered. So therefore, the freedom that we have got in our scriptures to inquire and discover is nowhere in any scriptures. 10 commands or this. Do this or go to hell. No. Why? Because it's the truth. It can never be otherwise. But we have to discover, no doubt, to discover also a certain frame of mind is necessary, and everything should begin from where? Come on, now you tell me. From where it begins? Shraddha. No compromise for Shraddha. Why? I told you. You can't verify first. It is not only for perception. The field is transperception. Atindriya. There is the role of Vedas, which cannot be perceived. There the Vedas comes to the Pramana Jnana Sadhana. So there will be the case. So this Chaitanya was before Jagat, is now during Jagat, shall ever be even after the Jagat ends. First, this comes and goes. Therefore, what happens? Jagat, including our body, is passing in nature. That may be for yugas, aeons. That's okay. But one day it is going to end. You, Chaitanya, ever remain free from all these passing upadhis. They have nothing to do with you. So therefore, Atma is what? Atyanta nirmala. Then Atyanta swachha. What swachha? The what it makes you know, prakasha, or what they call as drishya, means perceived entities. Perceived entities you perceive because of Chaitanya. Maybe in between mind, etc., instruments are there. But finally they function because of what? Chaitanya. So therefore, that this Chaitanya is totally unaffected by the guna dosha, merits and demerits of what it makes you know. Just as the Surya, sun, illumines the world. Good and bad that takes place in the world, sun is unconcerned. And you can't say he illumines. In his presence, the world gets illumined. So also, we can't say Chaitanya, Atma, Brahma makes you know the Jagat. In its presence, Jagat gets known to you. Fine. Therefore what? Atyanta swachha. Then Atyanta sukshma. We have seen Atyanta sukshma is what? Nirguna. Free from all attributes. This is the nature of Atma. You wanted akara, no? Don't think akara means only shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. Whatever is the nature of an entity is akara for that. This nature. Fine, accepted. But what you want is antakana vritti. According to that. How without actual form, concrete form, it can be possible? No, it is possible. Why? Bhagavan has provided this provision. What is the provision? This antakarana mind can be exactly a replica, reflection like that of Chaitanya. He says, so therefore, it's like this. Atyanta nirmalatva swachhatva sukshmatva upapattehi. Because, now, two reasons. First reason is because of the very fact that the Atma happens to be totally pure, totally clear, and totally subtle. Okay? You know what is subtle meaning? And exactly like this, your antakarana buddhi can take place. Therefore, he says, second reason is what? Buddhescha cha, and buddhehe, in the case of buddhi antakarana, atma sama nirmalyadi upapattehe. Upapattehe, because this is possible. What is possible? Atma Sama Nirmalya. Nirmalya, purity. Sama, exactly as that of Atma. Means Buddhi, mind, or Antakarana. See, these words are used as synonyms. Don't say Buddhi, mind, Antakarana. One word is used for other. That way Vedanta takes freedom from them. So, this Antakarana, this mind, this Buddhi or psyche can appear exactly like Atma. So what it can be? Atma Sama Nirmalya. Means this Antakarana can be upadhi-less, upadhi-rahita, just like what? Atma. There we have seen a little deviation. What is it? My mind can be totally free from upadhis except little sanskaras, subtle impressions of its very existence. Otherwise, Antakarana will not be there. If Antakarana is not there, what will happen? Where are you going to go in the knowledge? And if that sanskara link is gone, I told you, kya hai? Ram Naam Sat hai, you know? You know what is Ram Naam Sat nahi hai? Indians know it. Upadakshana. Generally, when a corpse is carried on the shoulder, Ram Naam Sat hai, Ram Naam Sat hai, Ram Naam Sat hai. It's a good for the punya for him. Means somebody is carried on the shoulder to crematorium, that's all. The person is no more living. So that means the case. So therefore it says, now, if that subtle link of samskara, impressions of Antakarana is not there, that Antakarana, Sukshara, has left the body. Left the body means what? Body is dead. I told you, nobody will dare to come to Vedanta class. They are sure they will not get none. But are you so? Or are you hopeful? Not only hopeful, you must be confident. Kya baat hai? You must be confident. I shall get it. Atma prasada must be there, you know. That unless you are the thing, who will be the thing? Yes, I may have deficiencies, but Bhagavan doesn't have a deficiency. He is at my God. Rescue. I am confident about that. That should. Is it not? In the world also. If you are Godfather, you know who is Godfather? If you are Godfather, what? You can achieve many things. Like that, you have got God, Father. Who is ultimate Father you have got at your beck and call, provided you have got that Shraddha and that devotion. Why don't you make use of it? If you don't make use of it, you are denying yourself the golden opportunity which is at your disposal 24/7. You know that saying that friends, relatives, husband, wife, children, however loving they may be towards you, however willing they may be to help you, they have their own limitations. At the most, they will accompany you, means already over, up to crematorium. Afterwards, what? You have to mind your own business, they have to mind their own business. They have no capacity. Why that? Suppose a near and dear of you is suffering a terminal illness. You all are very eager to help. You all have got all finance. You all are any medical service from any nook and corner of the world you can command. But what? You have to keep your fingers crossed. You are helpless. Is it not? For Bhagavan, it is not so. He is always with us. But first have Shraddha and seek it. You will get it. So therefore, Atma Prasada. I don't want to divulge In the question answer session, I'll come to the Bhuprasada. You know what is Bhuprasada? I find before meditation, their prasada is tempered, distributed, and like a breakfast, they are giving a bowl. I can't help it. Anyway, not now. Night, okay, we'll discuss about it. So that antakarana, number one, it can be what? It can get Atma Sama Nirmalya, means antakarana can be Upadi Rahita, free from Upadi, just like Atma, number one. Adi is there, etc. You should be careful, etc. What is Adi? It means this Buddhehe Atma Sama Swachhatvopapatte. The Buddhi can be what? Swachha. Clear. Again, remember what is clear? Not connected, not afflicted by plus and minus qualities of what? What it makes you know. Prakasha, Drishya, Guna Dosha, Rahitya. Fine? Okay. So second one is what? Buddhi can become Atma Sama Swachhatva. Third is Buddhi Atma Sama Sukshmatvopapatte. So Buddhi can be as Sukshma means what? As Nirguna, free from all attributes. Just like what? Atma. What else you want? Your antakarana is like a reflection of her face in the mirror. Like that, your antakarana is depicting now exactly Atma Swarupa. My dear sir, this is Atmakara Vritti. This is Brahmakara Vritti. Vritti Buddhi belong here. This is Chaitanyakara Vritti. This Vritti removes the ignorance, and thereafterward you are aware of the Chaitanya, the pure consciousness principle, the pure awareness principle as it is. See, look, I'm using always the word pure, not simply consciousness principle, not simply awareness principle, because you have to know the language and its usages. In English, consciousness means what you are conscious of comes there. In some dictionary I've seen, nowadays I'm not finding it. There is no consciousness in sleep. I remember one, I thought Cambridge or something was there or somewhere. There is no consciousness in sleep. What they mean? There is nothing that you are conscious of in sleep. We are not meaning that. We are meaning the very principle which makes you conscious of something. Therefore, we have to use the word pure consciousness, pure awareness to separate what you are conscious of, what you are aware of, which belongs to Drishya Jagat, perceptible Jagat. So therefore, here, Atma Sama, Sukshmate, Atma Sama, Sukshmatopate, means free from all these guna. Your fulfillment, requirement are fulfilled to gain knowledge. What is requirement? Atmakara Vritti, Brahmakara Vritti, Chaitanyakara Vritti is possible. Therefore, knowledge is possible. You can't say knowledge is not possible. I pointed it out. So now, therefore, Upattehe. Therefore, he says, we can add there that earlier Buddhi is there now. You can further add it. Buddhi Atma Chaitanyakara Abhasatvopapattihi. Upapattihi. This is possible. What is it? Abhasa, appearance. Of who? Buddhi. What appearance? This is Chaitanyabhasa, Chaitanyakarabhasa means buddhi can appear just like Chaitanya. This is your requirement for gaining the knowledge. Knowledge is possible because jnana vritti corresponding to Atma Swarupa is possible. This is what is called as what? Akhandakara vritti or Atmakara vritti or Brahmakara vritti. So, the requirement of Purva Pakshas have been now furnished. So he can't say knowledge is not possible. Here, let us digress and know what this Akhandakara vritti is as well. When, see, presently we are ignorant of our Swarupa. And when you proceed on the guidance of Shastras and make your mind prepared, tuned to specify this what? Specify itself to the Atmakara, that vritti removes the ignorance of Atma and you become aware of Atma in its true nature. And even the presence of Akhandakara vritti, Atmakara vritti, really speaking, is alliant to Atma. Understand what you mean by alliant to Atma? That vritti thought is not the intrinsic part and parcel of Atma. Whom does it belong? Buddhi. See, Antakarana belongs to Buddhi, not to Atma. But it is necessary to you. But if it still persists, still Atma is short of total freedom from nirmalatva, because upadhi is still there. That upadhi has to also drop it. You know, to this effect, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to give a very beautiful example. He says, a thorn has picked your foot. What do? Go to a surgeon. If you are practical, you carry a needle, you know, and slowly. Once it happened, a fine this thing entered my finger. I could manage, but what? At times it was giving it trouble. I started little with the what? Needle. Just no, it could not. Finally, of course, I could have gone to a surgeon. One known lady gynecologist, her husband is here. she what? He had just removed it. Now, if you put the needle, you will remove the thorn, but what you have inserted? Needle. What is needle? A fine thorn. Can you keep it there? You have to remove the needle also. Needle helped you to remove the thorn, and afterward, that inserted needle you have to remove. Like that, this Atmakara vritti, Akhandakara vritti helped you to get rid of ignorance, but itself is upadhi. It has to go down. Final level. So it drops down. Thereafterwards, self-evident Atma is what? Revealed on its own. So now, what is said is, this is what is called, technically don't get frightened, Brahma Sakshatkara, Atma Sakshatkara. Sakshatkara means directly being one-to-one. This also it happened. In Mumbai, I used to go through local train somewhere, and I used to pass through the. There was a big telephone exchange. One day, just my eyes went to a board. साक्षात्कार का समय. साक्षात्कार का समय टाइम दिया. ये क्या साक्षात्कार? There above that, अधिकारियों से means if you have some complaint and you want to meet the officials and complain, when can you meet? Means what? Interview. Personally meeting. It took time for me to understand what is the meaning of Sakshatkara. Face to face, one to one, exactly what it is. So there was a Sakshatkara. What is this Brahma Sakshatkara? At least you have heard this. दैवता साक्षात्कार, भगवान रामचंद्र का साक्षात्कार हो गया, भगवान कृष्ण का भी सॉर्ट, रामा प्रेजेंटेड इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, कृष्णा प्रेजेंटेड लाइक दैट. ब्रह्म साक्षात्कार मीन्स ब्रह्म प्रेजेंटिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू एज इट इज, नो ट्रेस ऑफ उपाधि मस्ट बी देयर. So then what happens? Your Akhandakara is upadhi. It is a benign upadhi. It is a helpful upadhi. It makes you discover what you are. Then what happens? It drops down. By repeated practice, your Swarupa is so totally imprinted upon this thing, you don't need any further the Akhandakara vritti. That is, my dear sir, is Brahmajnana Nishtha. No. So, just by the way, I'll give you the definition of Sakshatkara. What is it? See, we should know what exactly it means. See, now 3-4 pointers I'm giving you. Number 1, avishayataya. I will come to know, I will tell you what is that. Avishayataya. Number 2, vishayanuparaktam. Vishayanuparaktam means vishayaihi na uparaktam. Vishayaihi anuparaktam means vishayaihi na anuparaktam. I will tell you all meaning. Avishayataya vishayanuparaktam chinmatra spuranam. Chinmatra spuranam. Sakshatkara. Atma Sakshatkara. Brahma Sakshatkara. What are these? Number 1, avishayataya means you are not knowing Atma Brahma as an object of the knower. Means, generally, when you know a thing, the knower is there or not, pramata, knower. And pramata, with the help of prama, means pramakarana jnana vritti, prama vritti, jnana vritti, knows prameya, thing to be known. This is what is called, what is the name of this? These three? Tripoti. Knower, jnata, knowing known, that is there, with the help of jnana. Jnana means jnana vritti. So, knower, knowledge vritti, and known thing. These three are what? All are antakarana vritti, illumined by Chaitanya. So, here, what happens? And that what happens? For the knower pramata, the known prameya becomes an object. Knower is the subject, known is the object. Okay? Like that, I know Brahman is not possible. What happens? You became the knower and Brahman became the known. Not possible. Do you know why? The basis, essence of knower is Brahma. How it can be very object? For example, you have seen this torch. What the flashlight they say. So bulb is there, the tip. Behind what is there? Cells. Is it okay? Now tell me, can these cells be illuminated by that bulb? Now, because of the cells behind, bulb is illuminating. To illumine the cells, if the cells are kept in front, you are putting the cart before the horse. Is it not? Not possible. So like that, the pramata is because of this Brahma. How come The pramata who is enabled by Brahma as a pramata can be its object. Not possible. Therefore, avishayataya, not an object. Finally what? Chinmatra spuranam. Chinmatra spuranam. Spurana, appearance. Shining means appearance. Okay? Chinmatra, only Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone, nothing else is there. And then what? He says, Vishayanuparaktam. Vishayaihi anuparaktam. Vishayaihi na uparaktam means not contaminated, not mixed, not colored by Vishaya, sense objects. Shabda Sparsha Rupa means Chaitanya, which is not objectified by things, means self-evident. Self-evident, Swaprakasha, Swayam Jyoti, Chaitanya, that's Avishayataya. Vishyaprata means in that cognition, there is no cognition of being aware of any Vishayas, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha is not there. All that is there is what? Chinmatra Spuranam. Spuranam, really Spuranam means throbbing. Throbbing means what? Appearance, exhibition, manifesting of Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone. Even the Akhandakara Vritti has dropped. That is what Jnanishta. This is very aptly described in a small text by Shankaracharya. You are familiar with that? Atma Bodha. See, Atma seems very small, but it has got very in-depth topics there. It says, Ajnana Kalusham Jivam Jnanabhyasat Vinirmalam Kritva Jnanam Swayam Nashi Jalam Kathaka Reduvat. Ajnana Kalusham Jivam. The Jiva, Samsari Jiva, is muddled, means what? Is afflicted by sorrows totally. Because of what? Ajnana, ignorance, and its effect, samsara. Jnanabhyasat vinirbalam krutva. And with Jiva, Chaitanya only, conditioned by Sukh, Sharira, etc., due to ignorance. And taking unto itself the features of Sukh, Sharira, gross Sharira, or samsara. Jnanabhyasad vinirmalam krutva. By Jnanabhyasa. What is Jnanabhyasa? Here also problem comes. What exactly is Jnanabhyasa is not known. Jnana means Jnanavritti. Abhyasa means repetition. By repetition of this Akhandakara Vritti, why required? Wait up to the Bhashya of 55. In 55, Bhashyakara makes it very clear. Why is required? He says, the doubt raised is like this. Look, Vishayakara Antakarana Vritti gives the knowledge. You need not repeat of the Vishaya. See, you saw the Ganges, Ganga, Ganga. After seeing the Ganges, Ganga, Ganga, stare at Ganga and Ganga, Ganga, Ganga. Then because your knowledge firm? No. You saw this Ganga. Why are you talking about this repetition? Right, sir, you are right. But here some other problem is there. And what is the problem which necessitates the repetition will be seen in the Bhashya of 55. Very important, very very good question it is, valid question it is. He explain, we'll see that later. So therefore here, so Chitspuranam. So it is not colored by, means not mixed with the cognition of Vishaya. Means what? Simply Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone is there in its own self-evident nature. That is what is Brahma Sakshatkara, Atma Sakshatkara. And here, Jnanabhyasat Vinirmalam Krutva. Jnanam. What jnanam? Jnana vritti. Swayam nashet. It dropped down. Now here, an example is given, very apt example. Jalam kathaka renuvat. Like that. How water gets purified by kathaka renu. Kathaka is a nut. It's powder, if you did you sprinkle on the muddy water, it forms a layer. And by the very sheer weight of the layer, all mud and sediments what get they slowly sink down. And what remains above is what? Pure water. While so, that kathaka renu, that nut powder, also settles down. Because that nut powder also is impurity. It's not a part of water, it's impurity. Suppose all mud settles down, nut powder is that impure water. So like that, akhandakara vritti helped you to settle down the ignorance and its effects. But if remains there, again that also settled down. Jalam kathaka renuvat. Just as, see, nowadays we use alum, alum. You just turn the alum in there and it settles down. Olden days, this kathaka nut powder was, I don't know nowadays available or not. Somewhere it will be there. So so kathaka nut powder helped you to purify, but it also has to settle down. So also akhandakara helped you to get rid of ignorance, but it also has to settle down. So the role of what? This vritti. What vritti it is? That antakarana vritti which has got atma sama nirmalya. The purity, as per now you should be familiar with what is purity, what is clarity, and what is subtlety in terms of nirguna. So, Atma Sama Nirmalya, Adi for Atma Sama Swachatva, and again Atma Sama Sukshmatva. So, because of this, Atma Chait Buddhe, Atma Chaitanyakara Bhasatvopapattihi. It is possible that Antakarna can appear just like Atma. That's what is required for gaining the knowledge. So therefore, the question is answered. A doubt is resolved now. Antakarna can appear like Atma, by which knowledge can be gained, your requirements are met with. Now let us see what exactly happens now. So far what happened now? It is pointed out that buddhi means antakarna has become now exactly like Atma. What does it mean? The inert buddhi now no more appears inert, but it appears sachetana, sentient in nature. Now this sentience, sachetanata, in the buddhi, slowly by association percolates from buddhi to mana, from mana to indriyas, from indriyas to the physical body, as a result of which mana, indriyas, mana, buddhi, mana, indriyas, body, which otherwise are inert in nature, appear what? Sentient, sachetana. And this is the reason, here is the trap by which we mistake the mind as I, buddhi as I, mind as I, sense organs as I, body as I, and then what happens? All sorrows of these are mistaken as belonging to whom? Me. That is our samsara. All that you are doing here is what? Surgery. Vedantic surgery, huh? Don't run to any CVS or someone, don't go. Cardiovascular surgeon, etc., don't go. Surgery. Where? Where to do that surgery? Point out the unit now. Thought. At the thought level. Inert aspect, Chaitanya aspect. Pakado, Chaitanya aspect. Discard, inert aspect. You are what you are. Easy to tell. But that you have to equip yourself in terms of the mind. And you know, the list. Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadamadi, Shatka, Sampatti, Mukshutvam. Is it not? Viveka, what is it called? Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. Wealth is of sadhana. Viveka first, Atma, Anatma, Viveka. Vairagya, don't ask at all. Vairagya. See, we don't know what is meant. It's not difficult. I'm telling you one thing. Will you hold a steaming hot potato? Will you hold? Suppose, by mistake, thinking it is cold and hold, what has happened? There you do that. Here you are not aware of the consequences. You know why you are not there? Yadagre amrutopamam. Vishayasakti, that fascination for sense pleasure to begin with is nectarine. And you fall for it. We fall for it. Pariname Vishamiva. Whereas Adhyatma Yadagre Vishamiva Pariname Amrutopamam. Vedanta to begin with is what? So difficult, like what? Poison. At the end, you are what you are, independent of the world. On the Swarupa, you can show your thumb to the world. I don't care for you. Why? Who are you? You are the one who are coming in my presence and going. I am unaffected. And who is that me? Chaitanya. And who is that Jagat? Level reduced to thoughts. Whatever Jagat may be, it is present to you through thoughts. In my presence, these thoughts depicting the Jagat come and go. I am free from that. In my presence, the space, sky, clouds come and go. I am aloof. Likewise, this aparoksha cognition must be there. Direct cognition. Not because Shastra said. Shastra tells that paroksha jnana to prompt you to proceed further. But finally, it should be your decision. Otherwise, Vedanta says so. They are the university professors. Bhagavad Krishna says, yes, what you have to say. Somebody told me they were two sisters, both PhDs, and they were learning Vedanta at Ashram. They happened to meet me and they were coming to my class, one of them. She said, their brother also is a PhD. In what? Philosophy. And he is teaching Bhagavad Gita in the college. And he says, I don't believe in God. I don't believe Ishvara. See, he is teaching Bhagavad Gita, but I don't believe. Academically, that's fine. But personally, he said, honest, I don't believe. That is okay. But here it won't work. It won't work. I have to discover for myself what the truth is. So that is how it's possible. Now, what is the problem? We'll see that as a result of this sentience, all these, what are those things? The buddhi, mind, indriyas, deha appear to be sentient, and this much we know, whatever I entity is, sachetana sentient, we grab these as I and get persecuted by the features of buddhi, mana, indriyas, deha, that is what samsara is, because of ignorance. So therefore, all that he is going to show this because, look, Atma is known to everyone, but not in its true nature. It is. Atma is not an unknown entity, but unfortunately, it is not known as it is. That's why efforts to know as it is. Why he has to say is, look, to gain Atma-jnana, you need not do something to get its result as Atma-jnana. Means in karma, upasana, you do something and get the promised result. Like that in Atma-jnana, there is nothing to be done other karma or upasana to gain the Atma-jnana. All that you do is inquire and discover what is already there. And to discover this, to know this, certain frame of mind is required that you have to prepare and tune. So you remain what you are. To show that first now, how this sentience percolates from buddhi to the gross body, step by step, Bhashyakara is going to tell us, so that we can arrive at our true nature. We'll continue.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्य परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं शोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम।